Hi, good day to everyone who's watching this. First of all, I would like to say thank you very much for clicking this video. And if you find this video informative and useful to you, please consider subscribing us and liking this video. Now let's talk about the plague. What is a plague? Is coronavirus a plague? And what is the deadliest plague that have ever occurred in human history? Originated from the word plaga, which means wound in Latin, a plague is an infectious bacterial disease that can be characterized by fever and delirium. It is an infectious disease caused by bacterium, and these bacteria are found mainly in rodents, particularly rats, and also the flies or the fleas that feed on them. Human and other animals can contract this bacteria through interaction. Now, to know more about plague, let's travel back in time to the year 451 Anno Domini. This is the time when humans was flourishing, particularly the Byzantine Empire. The first ever plague recorded happened here. Estimated around 30 to 50 million deaths globally, this is the plague known as the Plague of Justinian. It says that the plague originated from Constantinople, but recent discovery shows that it is actually originated from Central Asia, specifically China. Why? Because the strains of this bacteria called Yersinia pestis is found there. The plague decimated Constantinople and spread like wildfire throughout Europe, Asia, North Africa, and also Arabia. A history professor at DePaul University said that people had no real understanding of how to fight it other than trying to avoid sick people. As to how the plague ended, the best guess is that the majority of people in the pandemic somehow survive, and those who survive have immunity. Well, as we can see, humanity was not prepared for this thing to happen. There were no preparations, no awareness, and certainly no medicine. Also, the poor sanitation and the lack of nutrition at that time provide a suitable breeding grounds for the bacteria to spread. On 750 AD, the plague disappeared. Humanity restored. But 800 years later, the plague resurfaced and took more than 200 million lives in just 4 years. This is the infamous plague known as the Black Death. It started when 12 ships from the Black Sea docked at the Sicilian port of Messina. The people at the dock were shocked. They were met with a horrifying surprise that everyone in the ships, everyone on board, are dead, and those who still survive are gravely ill. Their body have black boils that ooze blood and also pus. These ships are known as the Death Ship. They are the one that started the Black Death. This plague and the plague of Justinian shares the same type of bacteria, the Yersinia pestis. At this time, the doctors still have no idea what causes this to happen, but what they knew is that this has something to do with proximity and human-animal interaction. This is where quarantine was made, or as the Italian call it, quarantino, was invented in this time, during this catastrophe. This is the same process that we are currently in, that we call MCO or PKP right now. And even though the death number are high, scientists say that quarantine did have a positive effect. Imagine that the number could go higher, way higher than 200 million lives, just because we did not do quarantine. As a Malaysian, I myself personally, I urge everyone to stay at home and follow the rules that have been set by the government. Please take care of your health, your hygiene, and the people around you. So, what about coronavirus? Is coronavirus a plague? Well, lucky for us, it is not. According to World Health Organization or WHO, coronavirus is not a plague. Coronavirus are a very diverse family of viruses. They have a large host range, which includes human. However, the greatest amount of coronavirus can be found mainly in bats. COVID-19 shares the same type of virus with severe acute respiratory syndrome, aka SARS, that happened in 2002, which first infected a human in Guangdong province of southern China. The name for the coronavirus right now is called the SARS-CoV-2. And just like COVID-19, SARS has been successfully contained using public health measures such as early case detection and isolation, contact tracing and isolation, and also social distancing. But is it enough to contain and ensure that COVID-19 go away? Is there anything else we can do? Well, in my opinion, the best way is to have a vaccine. We may suppress the spreading of coronavirus, but the virus will still be there. It will still be deadly to human. So the only solution is to get rid of it once and for all. And to do that, we have to have a vaccine. That is my personal opinion. We also need to have a good hygiene and a proper selection of food to keep ourselves healthy. Remember, prevention is better than cure. Thank you.